Come on now, get up, dance, smile, rejoice, and be glad, because what we thought was the end was only the beginning. Our story is not done and it's not over, because we have taken back the pen and we are rewriting our story. So let's go ahead on, celebrate, dance, shout, rejoice, be glad, do whatever it is that you want to do that makes you feel good on today. Because again, what was thought, what was the end, was only the beginning. The unspoken truth of depression. Depression is real and it shows up in many different ways, in many different aspects of our lives, different circumstances, different situations, and even hormonal changes. You know what I'm saying? Will bring on the onset of depression, and depression looks different from person to person. There's not a one way to tell that someone is battling depression. And to be honest with you, those that are really battling depression are the most funniest people. They're the most energetic people. They're the ones that want to make sure everybody else is good while they suffer in silence. And it's just something that's not talked about a lot. We started talking about mental illness, and we're starting to put faces to mental illness, but nobody talks about depression. Depression is very silent. Depression hits at the most awkwardest times, and you don't even know that it is depression. That's how subtle it is. It could be where you're just not in the mood to want to hang out, to want to do things. And you sum it up as, oh, I'm just tired today, or, I just feel like just staying in the house. But little do we know is it's like the first step of falling into a state of depression. When you're the type to get up early, no matter how late you go to bed, no matter how late you stayed out, you can still get up early and do what you need to do. Well, when all of a sudden you can't get up early in the morning, you can't do the things that you normally do or that you know that needs to be done. It's like it's a struggle. It's a battle. A lot of times we look at that as, oh, I'm tired. Oh, my body is telling me that I need to rest. When in some cases, it's actually the first stage of falling into depression. When you're just not yourself anymore. When you're the type that your house has to stay clean. And all of a sudden you start seeing little clutters here, little clutters there. And before you know it, it's like your house is a disaster. You had entered into a state of depression where your necessities took a back seat. You don't eat. You're not even staying hydrated. You're just doing a little something, little there just to get by. You're not showering. You're not bathing. You're not brushing your teeth. Your hygiene takes a back seat. Your appearance takes the back seat. These are all signs that you're dealing with something that's unhealed, and it's showing itself on the surface. You suppress something, some form of trauma you have suppressed for so long. And now at this point, because you're in a transitional state, you're in a shifting state, and your outwardly is telling you that you need to deal with this. But because you're not in tune with that, all of a sudden from the outside looking in, people, oh, you're lazy. Oh, you're just nasty. Oh, you this, you that, but not understanding that this is actually depression manifesting and showing its face. And it's something that's not talked about because people don't want to be judged. People don't want other people in their business, rightfully so. People feel that they don't have anyone to talk to because when they do try to talk to someone, that person tends to put the focus on themselves and just want to gloat and talk about themselves, when it's like everything, there's a time and place for everything. And not all the time that I come and I need to vent does not mean I need to hear something. I just want to get it out. And so a lot of people stay silent and stay quiet because they don't have those people that they could just vent to without any type of response, without any type of solution. I'm not asking for a solution. I'm not asking for help. I just need to get this out of my system in a positive manner. So all I want is a listening ear. And many people don't have that, and so they suffer in silence. And before you know it, depression has set in. And it is a lonely, miserable state to be in, because then you're trying to figure out what's going on with me, like what's really happening. I know that this is not me. It's something's bothering me, but I don't know what it is. I'm sad, but I don't know why I'm sad. I'm agitated, but I don't know why I'm agitated. I don't want to do all the things that I know I need to do. I don't feel like taking a shower today. I don't feel like catering to myself today. I don't feel like dealing with anybody today. But I know I have to put on this mask and I have to show up for everybody else. But I don't know what to do. I don't know what this feeling is. And it's annoying when you get to the point where you want to talk about it, but again, the person that you feel like you can talk to about this all of a sudden starts. It's one thing to have an example where you're letting a person know, hey, I understand what you're going through. I've been there because of this. That's one thing. But when you say, yeah, but I've been dealing with, well, we're not talking about you right now. We're not talking about you right now. I'm trying to let you know like what's going on with me, because I don't fully understand what's going on with me, but I just know that I'm not myself, and I know that something's off and something's going on, and I'm just trying to get everything out that I can think of that's bothering me. And so it's a uphill, downhill, around the hill, under the hill, above the hill battle. And it's not a one solution fix all. No, it's I have to take a step back and I need to examine everything about my life. Let me put the mirror up to me and let me figure out exactly what it is that's going on. Because when you take that time and you actually look to see and you analyze and you reflect and you examine everything, you will be able to begin to figure out what it is that's your trigger. Where you're doing really good and you're on top and everything is flowing like it should, and a smell could throw you off. A scent could throw you off. A word could throw you off. A song could throw you off. A person's voice could throw you off. All of these things are triggers. So what was it about that smell that triggered me and got me into this negative space? What was it about this person's voice that triggered me? What was it of hearing this person's name triggered me? What is it that this song, it triggered me? So that's when you sit quietly and you begin to reflect on what happened negatively that I did not address, that I suppressed. What time, at what point did I smell this scent and it was a negative effect? These are the things that we have to do in order to fully heal and become one with ourselves and become whom it is that we are supposed to be as an individual. The roller coaster is because there's something that still has not been healed. So even if you have to forgive without ever even getting an apology, you still have to forgive, and it's not for that person, it's for your own self. Because unforgiveness is eating at you. It's an internal parasite that's draining your strength, that's draining your energy, that's draining your positivity, it's draining your motivation. It literally is an internal spiritual parasite that's eating away at you because you're holding this grudge. Whether right or wrong, you're holding this grudge. And it's keeping you stagnated. It's keeping you at this state of just nothingness where you can't even move forward. You can't even move backwards. You're just simply stuck in this state. So even if you have to have the conversation with yourself of what this person did to you, that embarrassed you, that humiliated you, that hurted you to your core, that a betrayal, whatever it is, have the conversation with yourself so that way you can get out your emotions of how you feel towards this person, and then you forgive that person. But it doesn't stop there, because even after you forgive that person, now you have to do the hardest part, which is forgive yourself. Forgive yourself that you allowed yourself to be stuck in this state for so long. Forgive yourself that you allowed this person to have that much control over your emotion, over your personal space, over your being. Forgive yourself for being stuck. Forgive yourself for not feeling and telling yourself that you were strong enough to overcome this situation. That's when healing begins to take place. That's when healing begins to transform. Because in reality, you have to understand that the person that hurted you the most, which 9 times out of 10 is somebody that's the closest to you, you have to understand that there's a possibility you will never ever get an apology from them. And you have to be okay. And you have to let yourself know, but you know what? This will not be the end of my story. This will not be the end for me. It's the end of the stronghold. It's the end of the grudge. It's the end of unforgiveness, but it's the beginning of my freedom. So when you get in that state where you know that you're not yourself, when you notice, hey, wait a minute, I have not showered in like a week. Wait a minute, my house, my space, my atmosphere, it's cloudy, it's cluttered, it's a disaster. It's time to clean house. Your physical house, it's time to clean. Your mental house, it's time to clean. Your emotional house, it's time to clean. It's okay to be sad. You have the right to be sad. You're entitled to be sad. But we're not going to wallow in our sadness. We're not going to be held captive to our emotions anymore. We're going to feel our emotions. We're going to sit with our emotions. We're going to deal with our emotions. And then we're going to get up and we're going to keep on moving. So even if you're on the other side of the spectrum, where you're that friend that someone is coming to and they just want to vent, make sure your discernment is on full force, because you have to know when to be quiet and you have to know when to speak. Is this a vent session where they just want to vent and I need to just listen? Or is this a vent session paired with advice, solution, problem solving? You have to know the difference. And don't take everything personal. Everybody is battling something. Life is lifing for a whole lot of people. And they walk around with the biggest smiles. They walk around with the highest spirit on the outside. But on the inside, it is a tug of war. On the inside, it is a struggle to keep it together. So just know that you are not by yourself. You are not alone at all. No, you're not weird. No, you're not crazy. No, you're not nasty. Now, don't get it twisted. Yes, there are just some nasty people. But mentally, it is trauma, unresolved trauma, that's manifesting itself in these ways because it's getting you to deal with the issue, the root of the problem, so that way you can exhale. You can't move forward lugging a whole lot of baggage. You can't move forward lugging a whole lot of guilt. You can't move forward lugging around a whole lot of unforgiveness. You have to let it go. And when you fully and completely let it go, that's it. What sense does it make that I sit up here and I clean my house from top to bottom? I got all these bags of trash and I go walk out my door with these bags to take it to the dumpster. After I got my house smelling good, it's spick and span clean, everything is in order and organized, I take the trash, walk out the door to take it to the dumpster, but I turn around and bring it right back in the house. It defeated the purpose of me doing all that work. So once I clean house, and I got everything that I need to get, once I take it out to the dumpster, I shall not bring it back into my house. I shall not bring it back into my memory. I shall not bring it back into my emotions. When it's done, it's done. And there's nothing that nobody can say or do to bring me back into the mess I just got myself out of. So even when I hear that person's name, I'm not bothered. That name does not shift my atmosphere. When I smell that smell, it don't shift my atmosphere. When I hear a song, it doesn't shift my atmosphere in a negative way. Because I have forgiven and I have moved on. I have dealt with the trauma and now I'm moving forward. I'm not allowing things, people, situations, nothing hinder my growth anymore. I'm letting go. I'm releasing. And I'm being mentally set free. I'm being physically set free. Depression will not rule my life anymore. I'm going to get up every day because it's a brand new day and it's a good day to have a good day. So keep that in mind, that when you notice that something is shifting in you, and when you reflect and you're saying, hey, this is not me, I am not this person, it's time to do a cleansing. It's time to do a self-reflection. It's time to face the very thing that you've been running from. The very issue that you keep trying to suppress. It's time to talk about it. It's time to deal with it. It's time to face it, and it's time to let it go. Because you have more to offer than you think. You have more to offer than you realize. You're here for a reason. You're here for a purpose. And that reason and that purpose is not filled with sadness, heartache, and pain. So rise up. Rise up. Because you are more than a conqueror. You are more than your situation. You are more than your circumstances. You are more than anything that you have gone through. You are more, and you are a survivor. So do not let depression win. Do not let hurt win. Do not let sadness win. No. Take back that pen. And you are victorious. You are healing. You are a survivor. You are an overcomer. You are becoming. You are coming out. You have come through. So you're taking back the pen and you're rewriting your story of who you are and whom you are. You will win. Thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of Rewriting My Story. If you could be so kind to follow, I'm on all podcast platforms. Hit that follow button, leave a comment, leave some encouraging words. You can even leave a discussion topic that you would like for me to cover. All right, thank you again for your support. It means so much to me.